Okay, how am I gonna do this? What's going on, y'all? Starting something new. I mean, it's not really new. It's something I always do, but now I'm really doing it for the right reasons and shit. Instead of just talking, I'm gonna walk it like I talk it. And so, I'm a veteran, and I just recently experienced some horrible things, but within the struggle comes a beautiful lesson, and there's always wisdom to be learned. With that being said, though, I'm here to demand better conditions and bring awareness to what's going on with veterans, with homeless veterans specifically, and even just with homeless people. I've been a homeless veteran. I was a homeless veteran for a few years, and now I am, blessed, never less, but blessed to be able to be in my own spot now. With that being said, though, I recently went through a episode where, as a veteran, I have, PTSD. And so I had an episode which ended me ending up being in the hospital. And I'm not gonna lie, I was in the mental institution. I was in the VA. And not just the conditions that I've experienced just over the years as a veteran and that I've seen from so many other veterans, but just the situation alone, these 6 days that I was in the mental institution part of the VA, it was horrible. And it was completely and totally just unacceptable. And so I'm calling on whoever I need to call, the Mayor Bowser, the senator, all of you, and I know and I'm sure of it that you will all show, to the best of your ability, that you care about our veterans and our homeless veterans, because we're getting the bottom of the barrel of everything, and it's not right. So here's my experience. Again, my name is Letitia, and I'm located in Washington, D.C. Like I said, this has been a horrible, but it was a strengthening, like, roller coaster type of ride, but it was also almost like a total fucking nightmare. I don't wish what I went through on my worst enemies, but yet spiritually it felt like exactly that. I'm a tax-paying, law-abiding veteran, of the United States of America. But, I don't really know how to do this speech shit, so I'm just going to be myself. It's a little weird. It feels a little ingenuine, but, that's just how I talk when I'm addressing the public, I guess. I've barely been treated like that, though. I've barely been treated like a veteran. You get the thank you for serving the country, but you don't get that treatment. Even down to the food that they feed us. I've had better foods in high school. Better food in high school than I did here. So I have things that's happened that I want to address, because I'm going to keep addressing it, and I'm going to keep bringing awareness until until my demands are met. And I'm speaking for myself, to myself, and I'm sure I'm speaking for all the veterans that have suffered and that have not been treated the way they were supposed to. It was just unacceptable, okay? And especially when it comes to dealing with the government, being treated like that, medical issues, veteran issues, and homelessness, these issues need to be addressed. There's so much money being put into Black Lives Matter, new pavement and new buildings and new parks, but yet there's still homeless people on the street. That just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? No, don't nobody owe us anything. But how are we a community? How are we supposed to come together if there's so much resources out here and they make it hard for you to receive it? You know what I'm saying? I know that enough is enough with receiving less than the bare minimum. And I refuse to watch the elderly and mentally impaired veterans suffer at the hands of providers who literally showed me that they didn't care at all about humanity. This experience that I went through showed me that. And it's one of many. And this one took the cake. This one, I'm done. I know for sure, though, without a shadow of a doubt, the trillions of money used for pretty new signs and parks and all that shit that I just said, it'll be used to give veterans and active duty members of military and especially homeless veterans better situations, better conditions. It's almost like when you're on Section 8. Why do you have to live in the worst environment? Why do you have to wait 8 years to be able to move anywhere you want? Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? Why? It's not right. And I demand everyone to be about what they say they're about. Walk it like you talk it. You know? So, these are some of the things that happened. Some of these things were completely illegal. The moment that I arrived at the hospital and I recorded a video on my phone, they took my phone. I posted that video on my Instagram story. I have witnesses. A lot of people messaged me saying, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" This is when I was in the hospital. Now, mind you, I was having of what y'all would call an episode. That's what y'all call it. You know, you can call me crazy, whatever. I really don't care. But this is real. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm of sound mind at this point in time. Okay? One of these nurses took my phone and deleted one of my stories off of my Instagram. Why? That's not legal. Why would that happen? Why would you do that? What reason would y'all have to go in my phone and delete something? I know that they take your phone and you can only use it to get numbers, but why would they delete things that I've already posted? Why would you do that? Now, this story that I'm telling you guys has happened to somebody else. This exact thing. Somebody I know in Texas. So I'm not the only one that this has happened to. But I will be the one to speak on it. And I'm not going to be anybody's burden. This is not my burden. I'm doing what's right, and I'm just doing me and being myself and standing up for what I believe in. And I won't be shot down, and you won't shoot the messenger. I'm not going for any of that. I demand better conditions for veterans, active duty military members, homeless veterans, homeless people, but right now my main focus is homeless veterans and mental health. Okay, so let's see. So one of the nurses, his name was John. Now, the only thing I ever complained about was the conditions. I'm not a mean person. I've shown respect. I've shown kindness. I speak to people with respect. There was nothing that I did that was wrong. But yet I was met with all kinds of nasty attitudes and spoken to with so much disrespect because I was complaining about the conditions that were almost unbearable. I was there for 6 days. It almost felt like they were trying to kill everybody. So why did this nurse or RN named John tell me, you like the attention and you're going to get it too? That's what he said. He said, you like the attention and you're going to get it too. I wrote it down. Is that a threat? Is there an emotional reaction because I stand up for myself when there's a problem? We were living in 19-degree weather. We had to live through that snowstorm that we just had. They kept turning the air conditioning on. Then they would turn the air conditioning, the heat off. And every time I said something, they miraculously turned back on. And I had to fight and keep saying something about it respectfully until another nurse decided to jump up and put together needles so that she can inject me and call like 5, 6 cops because I said I'm cold and y'all need to fix it. Also, everybody's walking around in these thin materials. It's so thin, you can feel everything. The towels are not even fully sized towels. The towels are so thin, and every time I or somebody say they're cold, they say, you want more blankets? You want more blankets? You want more blankets? But blankets are thin. I had like almost 10 blankets in my room, and I was still cold. I had to bundle up every day, every night. Everybody, even 90-year-olds, was walking around with blankets over their head like ghosts. This is not okay. It broke my heart to see an old man walking around in like 50-degree weather while the nurses are in their little cubby holes with their space heaters. The technician came in after me complaining over and over saying, no, you guys can't have space heaters. But they still had space heaters. Why couldn't we have space heaters? What are y'all really doing to veterans and elderly people? I went through it. I was there. So they threatened to shoot me with a shot because I asked the nurse a question. Why? And the nurse, his name is John B. Washington, D.C. Veteran Hospital, RN, 3D floor on the mental health, the mental part of the VA hospital. So that's just one thing, okay? Then these nurses will be fake nice, and then they'll laugh at you when you walk away. They did that over and over and over again. And because I call them out, every time I call something out, I do it with respect. Right now, you see me talking like this because I'm angry. But when I was in there, I was playing my cards right. Not once did I get loud or did I get disrespectful to anybody. Because I know when to pick and choose my battles. And no matter what I did, no matter how respectful and what words I chose, no, like, it's just unacceptable. Let me see. Okay. And I know you guys are probably going to try to use the whole, she's crazy, she was in the loony bin. No. See, when things happen over and over and over and it keeps happening, you start to see the pattern. I'm very intelligent. I'm very smart. I got injured. I smoked some weed. That was the weed that I smoked was laced with something, and it made me have a bipolar episode. I'm not bipolar. I was classified as PTSD for extreme anxiety, and they changed my disorder to bipolar disorder. Then they changed my paperwork from voluntary to involuntary and wouldn't let me leave. Okay. Then they have people like they're mixing too many different levels of mental issues, of too many different levels of crazy all together, where a man just walks into my room in the middle of the night, literally like he's about to charge at me, and I have to jump up out of my bed. Nurses is laughing. Nurses telling me to calm down. I can't trust what these people about to do. The same dude that came in my room, they didn't move him. I had to still sleep next door to this dude. Every time people walking in the hall all night like ghosts. Doctor tells me to lock the doors and they'll knock. But they don't knock. It's like they're purposely trying to scare you. It's like they don't care. And they showed me that they don't care because I'm a genuine person. I'm a good person. I don't even know what a good person is. I'm a compassionate person. This is unacceptable. And I'm going to keep speaking on it, This is unacceptable. All this money y'all getting. I don't care about no COVID. Because during COVID, smack right in the middle of COVID, y'all put a whole new sign over there by the White House. But it's veterans out here homeless that serve the country. And y'all worried about pavements and signs and shit. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You preach about God and Jesus, but what are you doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all are only about money and power. I demand my demands and the demands of all veterans to be respected and met. I appreciate this country. I've served this country. I love who I am and where I come from. I'm working with you, not against you. And I don't feel the same in return these years that I've been a homeless veteran. When a doctor tells me to lock my doors and that they will knock, and I let the nurses know that, and they still won't knock. I had a nurse come in and say, look, I apologize. You standing up for what you believe in, and I'm just letting you know I get it. I get it. They know what's going on. What's really going on? Things are starting to not look right. Let's see. I asked, he says I don't have to. So when the doctor locks the doors, they don't even, okay. So when a doctor just busts in my room, and I told them, and that shit like made me like kind of jump, because people just coming in and out, and I don't like that feeling of being unsecure and insecure. You know what I tell him? Instead of him helping, like, these are mental patients, but they're being narcissistic and they're pushing and bringing them down further instead of lifting them up and nurturing. They're being narcissistic and mean and evil. Why would you tell a mental patient that's suffering from something, well, we don't have to? None of us have to do anything. But by the grace of God, we have compassion for each other and mercy and love. Why? Because we love ourselves, right? Right? Because we love God, right? Right? Because God loves us, right? I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe in none of y'all. I don't believe in none of y'all. I don't believe in the mayor. I don't believe it till I see it. I want better conditions for the veterans that are in the mental institution. I want better conditions for veterans that are homeless. I want better conditions for homeless people all around. Things have to change. And I'm going to keep speaking. And I'm going to keep speaking until y'all make these changes. Let's see. What else happened? Because it's about character. No, we don't have to. No, you don't have to. But you're a nurse. Why put yourselves in these positions to govern people when you don't even care about people? You just act like it. That's all I've been shown. I'm a veteran. I've been a homeless veteran for a few years. Can't tell me that nothing, because I've seen it. I've seen it outside of me. I've seen it happen to me. I've been experiencing it firsthand. And before then, the cold, the AC. Last minute, the doctor jumps up out of her emotions to try to sedate me because I wouldn't stop talking. I never yelled at her. I never even yelled. I was like, look, y'all got to do something. They're sitting in there with their jackets off, stretching like this, chilling with their space heaters. Talking about something, yeah, we're cold too. With 4 different space heaters in their little cubicle space. And everybody else is freezing. 91-year-old man in the bed, freezing. I have to walk around and see another 60, 70-year-old man in diapers, and I have to look at his bare ass because he can't pull his pants up. What is really going on? This is unacceptable. 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 Let's see, what else? They called the cops on me because I didn't even yell. I wasn't argumentative. Y'all seeing me fight, and y'all seeing this spirit right now, though. You see it now, though. But I'm not an argumentative person. I'm not. But this is serious, and this needs to be said in this way because I'm not playing. My life is not a game, and this ain't a game. Just because I asked questions. Because I asked questions. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. It's just like the same drama. It was just the same drama every day. Up and down, up and down. And when you don't listen to them, they got a problem with you. Page number 2. Don't worry. I got like a little bit left. This only. Okay. So, medicines and stuff like that. So I didn't have direct access to my psychiatrist, the person that allows you to leave or not. How is a doctor supposed to allow you to leave, be the one to say you can leave or not, and that doctor wasn't even there to witness all you went through? So the doctor can only go off of what those nurses are telling him, and the nurses are lying to my doctor, Dr. Ross, saying that I refuse to do things that I never refused. They didn't tell me anything. I have to come to them and say, hey, let me know. Am I supposed to take this medicine? Am I supposed to do this? Oh, not right now, Miss Austin. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't tell me that. And I tell them, okay, well, I'm already drowsy, so I don't need that sleeping pill. And so they called my doctor right in front of my face and was like, Miss Austin refuses to take her medicine. Like, this is not okay. Why are y'all doing this? What is your reason? This is not right. It's so sad. It's sad because there's a lot of older people in there that can't deal with the cold. I'm 31 years old. I couldn't bear it. I almost couldn't bear how cold it was in there. To the point where the last minute they had a technician come in and say, oh, well, you know, this is a project. It's not going to be fixed for another 3 years. 3 years? You mean tell me you can't fix an AC issue for 3 years? If I call an HVAC person, they'll come and make an appointment. Everybody else is warm. What's the problem? Why on the 3rd floor is it that cold? I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all care. But I know you will. I demand changes. I demand changes. Caught another lady using my you know, when you take your blood pressure. Why was she using mine? Why was mine had my name on it and she was using it on others? What is that all about? See, I'm spiritual and I'm all about energy and energy transfers. What are y'all trying to do? What are y'all trying to do? Because I see you. But I'm going to be quiet though. I'm not going to get that deep. I'm not going to get that deep. But do you want me to? I don't really want to, but I demand changes. We deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. Veterans deserve to be treated like royalty. Because we fight for the country. We put our life on the line. We signed the dotted line. And this is the thanks that we get? Just because a lot of us have suffered from PTSD due to being in the military? We should have free housing. We should have free vehicles. We should have free food. We should have free everything. And the quality should be great. There should be no homeless veteran. And I demand that. I wasn't accusing nobody. I wasn't emotional. The only time I got emotional was when it was so hard to just bear. Because I felt like I couldn't even question anything. Every time I questioned something, it was a problem. Every time I questioned something, one of the nurses started putting together the needles, looking at me, and they would laugh. I'm not here saying everybody's out to get me. It's not all in my head. These are facts. I've seen it. I was there for 6 days. It happened every day, all day and night. The moment I had got better from smoking that weed, unknown to me. And it showed me I had a mind of my own and asked questions. 2 to 3 nurses were so into like power and control, hungry for power and control. I was always given extreme frustrated energy from them. They would just cut me off, block me off from talking, talk to me like I was a child, talking about something, go to your room. Hold the hell up. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm talking to you with respect the whole time. The only time y'all hear me get loud and yell is in this video right here. It's not right. Because I know for a fact that if I was to act crazy and get loud, they would try to restrain me and cuff me and my main focus was to get out of there. So I took a lot of stuff from them. I didn't deserve to be treated like that. Those nurses were horrible. They did not care at all. Why would a doctor, let alone a man, say to me, oh, you just want attention and you're going to get it too? And that's how he said it to me. Yeah, I'm dramatic, but that's how he said it to me. That's how he said it to me. I want attention because I'm frustrated, because I'm so cold, because the temperature was so cold and it didn't match how I wanted to feel. What? There's a bunch of people in there that's sick, and y'all got it on cold? I literally felt the cold air coming out. Every time I pressured them, they turned it. They went to some back room, and all of a sudden the air turned off. Like, y'all gotta stop playing games. I see it. I see the games, and I'm not afraid of none of y'all, because you can't do nothing to me. I got the spirit, strapped, protected by the spirit, and I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Like, what? Because they feel dumb. It's just unfair, bro. It was unfair. So now I'm suspicious, and I don't trust anything. And I don't even trust the people that's supposed to take care of our veterans. Like, why is hotel and college food better than quality, but the food vets get an active military receive is bland and just thrown together? It's not that good quality. These are veterans, but treated the worst. And I know Mayor Bowser, as a fellow person of color, as a fellow woman, as a fellow minority, can relate to that. I just know she's not going to ignore this, because if she does, that just further confirms they don't care about us. Just like Michael Jackson said, they don't care about us. So show us that you really care about us. Show us that you deserve to be a leader. Y'all not showing me that. Show us you deserve to be the leader. Be a leader of a region. Be the leader of a state. Be the leader of a country. Be the leader of the world. Because I don't see it. When there's so many people out here suffering, y'all got trillions of dollars. You print money. You print money. This shit is a joke. Why are the towels and the blankets and the medical pajama looking motherfucking outfits thinner than toilet paper? I cried, bro, seeing all of us, including a 91-year-old man, shivering, all of us walking around wrapped in multiple blankets. And they had to give us beanies. We had to walk around with beanies in physical pain. One night it was 14 degrees. 3 years to fix the AC? And this is what the technician said. I was standing right there. He said to her, you know we're just pawns in this game. What does that mean? Okay, well, I'm a queen, and I wasn't being protected. I'm a queen and the king, bitch. I wasn't being protected. Y'all was letting pawns run shit? No. Meanwhile, the cold got us all looking like ghosts and colder than ice. It was unbearable, bro. I got threatened to be sedated for complaining about that. Really? A non-violent mental patient who was calmer than me, than most, being threatened? I refuse, bro, to believe anyone would allow that. I refuse to believe that. Y'all know that's foul. And I'm bringing awareness to everyone. What happened, what I went through, and what those other veterans still there are going through. I cannot keep my mouth shut about that, because they're still there. It's like they just want to feed off of negativity. Run the insurance up, huh? It was inhumane. This is the age of humanity. And this was inhumane. Where's y'all's humanity at? Where is it? Where is it? Freezing all day, every day. Cold water, showers. The showers were cold. Oh, well, you know, we don't want you to harm yourself and da-da-da. Bruh. Y'all, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It's always an excuse. There's so many ways you can harm yourself in the mental institution. Everybody was walking around freely. There's books, there's papers, there's freaking like plastic forks and knives and stuff that we eat with. Like, you know, we got toiletries. Like, what you mean, death by hot water? No. BS. BS. The towels look like hand drying towels. Wake up cold, go to sleep cold. Couldn't feel anything. Had to wear gloves. I couldn't bear it, bruh. And I started a trend of walking up and down the hall. I started walking up and down the hall, started walking around and around to generate heat. Everybody else started doing it. Everybody. So you go up there. I demand an investigation. I demand the news. I demand tag everybody. Bro, tag everybody. Because every time I tried to talk to somebody, I was always given the fake energy back. Resistance. Mind you, allegedly, I'm mentally ill. But yet I was the one who drove myself to the hospital. Clearly says something. If I voluntarily put myself in the right mind, I knew, no, I can just see the negative energy. And that shit is not something I want to be around. No, it's not going to happen. And don't get me started on the phone and the weird stares. Like, stop staring at me. Staring me down every time. Like, what are you looking at? What do you want? Every time I tried to use the phone, it didn't work. Until I had to ask them, hey, now all of a sudden the phone worked. No. I know what's going on, and y'all going to stop. Y'all going to stop. The technician told them that no space heaters. But the patients are cold, and watching the nurse make a joke about, I'm so cold. She was joking. She was trying to play with me, talking about something, I'm so cold. Bullying by secret subconscious programming. That's what it sounds like. Should be a crime. That's a crime. Don't get me started, bro. I know my rights. The moment I said that, too. I don't want to be in this dumb shit anymore. I'm already not in it. I'm utilizing it. I'm not here to be used. I'm not here to be put on a fucking cross and nailed to a cross. I'm not here to be nobody's lamb, nobody's goat, nobody's savior. And I don't need none of y'all to be mine. But what you're going to do is you're going to do your job, or you're going to lose your job. Because you about to lose it. All y'all. And that's all I got to motherfucking say.